We gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it, they call them fun boys. They'll say we gotta have the fun boys in the section for Busta.
Let's go here, like, I don't wanna go to this gay event. Like, we could go to this club, this is more popping. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Busta invited us in the section. You don't miss out on an opportunity like that. You know what I'm saying?
So Busta Rhymes' baby mama is out here letting it all out, and it's straight up wild. She's dropping bombs about Busta getting down with multiple dudes in their own bed. And trust, she ain't sugarcoating a thing. Who would have guessed? Turns out Mr. Tough Guy himself had a thing for late-night rendezvous with men while keeping up that macho act in public. But wait, this drama just leveled up.
I can't tell nobody not to say this, not to say that, when he has the right to say what he want to say. And I guess that's why people coming out on Busta Rhymes saying he's zesty now, because he made comments like that.
Word on the street is Busta and Diddy were getting real close, like baby oil and Vaseline close. Yeah, they weren't just trading hits, they were allegedly trading bedroom secrets too. And you know what else? They both got it tight. Young, good-looking men fresh in the industry. Now here's the kicker. Those whispers about Busta's preferences been floating around for years. Folks been saying that's why he tries so hard to come off as ultra-hardcore with women, trying to mask what's really going on behind closed doors. So now everybody's asking, is Busta Rhymes one of those down-low industry dudes? And more importantly, does someone out there really got tapes of Busta and Diddy doing the unthinkable?
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thug.
Who? This could shake the whole game up, but let's not forget, this ain't just about bedroom business. Busta's track record with women, it's got some folks seriously side-eyeing him. He's known for some toxic behavior, especially towards women, and his baby mama ain't afraid to say it loud. Let's rewind to where it all began. Hear about stories of Didi like shooting people.
Yeah.
Blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes that is that him? Or is that
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? Do you think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Busta met his first baby mama, Joanne Wood, back in high school, and yo, they were total opposites. She was quiet, sweet, came from a good middle-class home, while Busta was already walking that wild path. Back in the day, Busta was just another hungry rapper from Brooklyn, repping some strange crew called the 5% Nation. While he was chasing dreams and bars, Joanne Wood was just a regular girl with no clue what she was stepping into. Still, despite the massive gap between their worlds, they jumped into a relationship, and real quick, they were living under the same roof. But it didn't take long for the cracks to show.
Made love. You made love.
Who you made love with?
Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That one from trying to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And Cat Williams.
Bro, you smashing a lot of people.
What's that nigga name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Oh.
Terrence Howard. Usher.
Why you not naming no hoes?
I'm telling you, bro. It's my dad's friends. My dad sent his baddest friends over.
Who's your dad?
Lucifer.
Joanne told the New York Post straight up their relationship was toxic from the jump. It wasn't just clashing backgrounds, they were fighting over everything from who left the toilet seat up to why the toothpaste cap was always missing. Little things turned into full-blown arguments. According to her, he's a Taurus, he's arrogant, always got a problem with something, but weirdly, he's got a soft side too. While the house was full of tension, Busta's career was blowing up fast. He was gaining buzz with his group leaders of the new school until they split in the early 90s. That's when Busta launched his solo career in 93 and started taking over the rap game. But behind the scenes, tragedy struck. Joanne went into early labor just 5 months in and gave birth to a baby boy who sadly passed away just hours later. It was heartbreaking. And I guess that's why people coming out on Busta Rhymes saying he's zesty now, because he made comments like that.
But not one time, did he speak on his relationship with Diddy? Has he been to the Diddy party? Has he been to the after party? Did he say, well, I've never been to an after party, so y'all gotta wait to speak on?
Still, they held on, and in 1994, they welcomed their son to Zaya. Meanwhile, Busta's hustle was going crazy. He got his own label, Flip Mode, under Elektra Records, and his albums were flying off shelves. But even with all the fame, Joanne stayed back. She wasn't trying to be a part of the spotlight or roll with him to shows. She kept it low-key, choosing to stay home and raise their son while Busta hit the road and lived that superstar life.
Oh, yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, we gotta bring some. We gotta bring some, what they call them? I'm not gonna say it, but they call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta.
Now don't get it twisted. Joanne wasn't just chilling at home because she was a homebody. Nah, the whole relationship has started spiraling fast. Everything hit the fan in 1997 when a gossip site dropped a bomb. Joanne had allegedly caught Busta in their bed with another woman, and baby, she did not take it lightly. Word is, she lost it, wrecked his car, and even snatched out several of his dreads in pure rage. Most people would have dipped right there, but not them. They kept playing this toxic game of on and off for years. Joanne later revealed Busta asked her to marry him 3 separate times, and each time she said yes. But the wedding never happened. It was all promises and no follow-through. And when it came to Busta messing around with other women, Joanne said, if he was, I didn't know about it, but I can't be naive.
Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. But I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. He stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, that's common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro. If you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know.
It is. That stuff was probably happening. She wasn't out here pretending, but she wasn't airing him out fully either. Still, people close to the situation always had a feeling. Like maybe Joanne suspected the real truth, that Busta might have been more into men than he'd let on. Regardless, they went on to have 2 more sons together, Tiki and Trillion. But while Joanne was holding down the family, Busta was out there doing whatever he wanted. The cheating, it wasn't even hidden anymore. In 1999, it got real. Busta was legally confirmed as the father of a baby girl named Mariah after her mother, Jill, also known as Ms. Kelly, took him to court for child support. And guess what? That same year, another woman named Rhonda gave birth to Busta's second daughter, Casey. By then, Joanne was done. After years of betrayal and lies, she finally walked away from the chaos for good. But Busta wasn't about to let Joanne walk away that easy. Oh no! He dragged her straight into a nasty courtroom war, kicking off a brutal custody battle. Imagine this. Busta, the same dude who was always out touring, juggling multiple baby mamas and drowning in child support drama, now suddenly claiming he should get full custody of their 3 kids. The audacity. Meanwhile, he had other baby mamas taking him to court for not paying up, but in this case he tried flipping the script. His big argument? Joanne had started seeing a woman, and according to him, that lifestyle was somehow harmful to the kids. That's it. That was his whole case. No abuse, no neglect, no danger, just the fact that she was with a woman now. He even went as far as alleging that one of their sons walked into Joanne's bedroom and saw her and her girlfriend being intimate. But when Joanne's lawyer clapped back, they asked the real question. Where else is she supposed to be with her partner if not in the bedroom? And honestly, where's the lie? Still, somehow the court sided with Busta. They gave him full custody and only granted Joanne visitation twice a week and every other weekend. And here's the wildest part. Busta wasn't even going to be with the kids. He was always on the road doing shows, chasing fame. So the kids, they were sent to live with his mom in New York instead.
You notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry.
Joanne was crushed. It felt like the whole case wasn't even about the kids. It was payback. Busta couldn't handle the fact that she left him and chose to live her truth with a woman, so he used the kids as leverage in a personal war. And at the end of it all, the real question still stands. Why fight so hard for full custody? Just to hand the kids off to someone else? Joanne kept it real. She said Busta can be a great dad when he actually sits down and talks to the kids. And yeah, they could still agree on a few things, but she made it clear. This ain't about co-parenting. This is your ego talking. You're not hurting me, you're hurting the kids. Period. And things only got messier from there. Joanne said Busta's mama was straight up trash-talking her in front of the kids. She said, "My kids can quote her word for word, especially my oldest. She calls me a gold digger, money hungry, a whole lot more. I'm a lesbian B, I'm worthless. Everything under the sun." That's real damage, especially when the kids are old enough to understand and repeat it. Now, while Busta was out doing press runs for his 7th album, The Big Bang, he decided to take a public shot at Joanne on a New York radio station. He said, "No more child support check for you, worthless baby mother. Like, how you gonna talk about the mother of your kids like that? That's low even for him." By then, Joanne had reached her breaking point. She wasn't about to keep letting Busta drag her through the mud while he was out here with a whole vault of secrets himself. Word is, Joanne had receipts. Real ones. She knew what Busta was into behind closed doors, and she was done biting her tongue, especially when it came to his so-called bedroom habits. With men, and not just any men, young, fresh faces in the industry. And let's not act brand new. Rumors about Busta's taste have been floating around for years. It's been one of those open secrets in the game. Even Wendy Williams tried to pull the curtain back way back when, but Busta shut her down quick.
I'm walking, New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now I ain't know it was Busta at first. Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I look up, I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Busta? What's up?"
Now though, Joanne's ready to air it all out and people are finally paying attention. Wendy Williams was one of the very few bold enough to call out these undercover industry men, those hiding behind toxic tough guy masks while living a whole different life behind the scenes. When she tried to expose Diddy, he didn't just deny it, he went nuclear. Dude made calls, tried to get her fired, and nearly tanked her entire career just for speaking the truth. But Wendy, she never backed down. And she always believed Busta was deep in that same scene, one of those DL down low men moving shady in the background, right alongside Diddy. And guess what? A few years later, Wendy got vindicated. The whispers turned into shouts when other men started coming forward with stories about Busta's private party habits. And we're not talking bottle service and VIP booths. Nah, they said Busta was taking them straight to Pound Town. One of the wildest accusations came from none other than Orlando Brown. Yeah, he's known for saying some crazy stuff, but a few years back, Orlando went viral after he dropped a long list of industry men he allegedly hooked up with. And guess who was right there on the list? Diddy and Busta Rhymes. Now sure, some folks brushed it off like he was high or chasing attention, but others say Orlando knows what he's doing, that he spills these secrets on purpose, so nobody in the game tries to silence him permanently. Still not convinced? Let's talk about Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC. This man didn't hold back. He called Busta a super zest monster. According to him, every club Busta pulls up to knows the deal. If they want him to drop stacks, they better pack his VIP with the finest men in the building. Big Homie even shared a story. He, a model friend, and some clean-cut lawyer guy were at the same club, and the moment Busta laid eyes on the lawyer, man was drooling, like couldn't even hide it. So check this. Big Homie CC said Busta wasn't just looking at that lawyer dude, he was thirsting, begging him to come to his VIP section, not letting up till the guy gave in. And once he did, they partied all night long. Busta made sure he kept that man close the whole time, but Big Homie pointed out something real interesting. He said it's weird how Busta always flips out on women when they show love or act starstruck, but never does that with dudes. Matter of fact, he's extra welcoming when it's a fine man showing attention, and let's be honest, Big Homie ain't lying. There's been multiple times Busta's been caught snapping at female fans for the pettiest stuff. Like, why so mad over a selfie, or a fan just getting hype? It's giving he don't even like women like that energy.
He held my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? He like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? You know, and then I noticed throughout my peripheral vision, the side eye, this big bodyguard in black. Just standing there, you know, looking around, you know, looked at me, you know, still looking around. Meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand. And he says, you know, I'm about to go in this club. You know, we got a section, you know, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, you know, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, you know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists of all time. And back then, I was really on my rap-ish, trying to get on. And I mean, what better way to network? Busta just invited me up to a section. So I'm excited, you know, but I still kept it cool. You know, I ain't no groupie. So I walk away and I tell my dude, you know, I was like, you know who that was? He was like, yeah, I know who it is.
But just when you think the stories couldn't get any wilder, enter YouTuber Tripper, who came through with his own spicy story. He said he ran into Busta after a Halloween party, just him and a friend, chillin'. The moment Busta laid eyes on Tripper, he allegedly switched into full-down bad mode. Tripper said Busta grabbed his hand, looked him dead in the eye, and asked if he wanted to come party in his section. At first, Tripper was excited. Who wouldn't be if their favorite rapper offered to hang out? But the vibe shifted quick. According to him, the only thing that saved the night was his friend not feeling it and dragging him away. Otherwise, who knows what Busta had planned once he got them in that booth. And it don't stop there. Busta was also allegedly spotted around 4 a.m. in a known gay neighborhood, with a trans model by his side. Word is, they were returning from a Pride event, looking cozy like a real couple. Busta's fans were shook, but the streets, they've been whispering about this for years. Word on the street is Busta wasn't just passing through that neighborhood, he was moving like someone who knew exactly where he was. Comfortable, familiar. And that wasn't even the wildest part. Plenty of his exes have come forward saying Busta's got zero skills when it comes to satisfying women. The way they tell it, he might look tough on stage, but in the bedroom, it's a whole different story, one that's quiet, real quiet, no screams, no moans, just silence and confusion. In her tell-all book, Confessions of a Video Vixen, Kareen Steffens didn't hold back. She said, yeah, Busta's packing, but he doesn't have a clue how to use it. All that meat and no heat. That's wild, considering how hard he tries to play the alpha male everywhere he goes. And it gets worse. Busta has made plenty of public homophobic comments over the years, like he's trying to convince the world he's the last guy who'd ever be into men. Remember back in 2006, a fan tried to show him love, tapped him on the shoulder, just to say congrats, and Busta flipped out, started yelling, throwing slurs, even shouted that he hates facts. Allegedly, according to the New York Post. Then in 2007, when someone asked him directly about homophobia, Busta didn't even hesitate. He said he supports it, blamed it on cultural beliefs. And when they pressed him on whether hip-hop would ever welcome a gay rapper, he didn't answer. He just got up and walked out, and at this point Busta's closet looking real glassy, and now with folks like Lil Nas X living freely, Busta's whole act is aging badly. It's not just the rumors, it's the lengths he's allegedly going to hide what might be his real truth. So, what do you think? Is Busta Rhymes really hiding a double life? And do you think there's any truth to the whispers about his link to Diddy's so-called freak-off parties? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs the tea. And make sure you hit that bell so you never miss the next juicy drop. See you on the next one.